Hiya and welcome to my kitchen. Today I'm going to be making garlic and spring onion flatbreads, and these are wonderful, quick and easy to serve with literally anything from curries to my stew which I've got on fire. Yeah, anything. And here's how I'm going to do mine. To this bowl I'm adding in 1 cup of self-raising flour. If you don't have self-raising flour, then you need a mixture of all-purpose flour and about half a teaspoon of baking powder. In our same measuring cup, I'm just going to add about half a cup of hot water. And to that, I'm going to add half a teaspoon of sugar. And also half a teaspoon, half a teaspoon of salt. And we're just going to dissolve the sugar and the salt in the water. Right, that's nicely dissolved. Now this is a bit too hot to add to our flour, so I'm just going to top it now with another half a cup of cold water. And we want this to be sort of like lukewarm, comfortable to the fingers. Yep, that will do. Make a well in the middle of the flour and just add literally a quarter of a cup of this mixture and keep adding it until it forms a nice dough. Just a little at a time. Yep, our dough has nicely come together. Not in a ball and not too soft yet, because we'll need to knead this. Now simply just take a little bit of flour, put it on your board, and take your dough, put that also on the board, and we're going to knead this for about 2 minutes until it comes to a nice soft dough. Right, our dough is now ready. Right, I'm just going to divide this into 2, kind of like similar size. Oops, that can do a bit more. Yep, and now we need to roll this. We're simply going to squash it down with the rolling pin first. And then we want to roll it out into a nice circle. Right, that's good enough for me. For our filling, I've grated 1 clove of garlic and then minced it, and I have here 2 spring onions. So first thing we need to do is get your pastry brush and just literally rub it into the garlic and then rub it in, well, on top of your dough. And we just want a thin layer here, nothing too garlicky, because this is raw garlic. Okay, and now I'm just going to add half of the spring onions, or 1 spring onion. Give that a nice layer. Spread it out. Now what we need to do is roll it, and just literally roll it away from you. Then take the end and start to coil it. When you get to that bit at the end, just try to give it a pinch. And now we need to roll this. So again, squash it down a bit. Ooh. And then roll quite thinly. Right, now that should be this thickness, because you want it kind of like the same kind of thickness to the spring onions. So that's good to cook. I've just heated the pan on medium heat. So now I'm just going to go in with some sunflower oil. Now please use either sunflower oil or vegetable oil, not olive oil. So just a little bit of oil in there, and I'm just literally just basting the pan with my pastry brush, the same pastry brush that I use for the garlic. Now in with our dough. Now I'm going to turn the fire down to a low medium. And we're going to cook that, keep flipping it until it's cooked, until it's nicely brown. And as you can see, air bubbles are starting to appear. So I'm going to continue cooking this. When you come to turning this over, you may see that some bits have got oil and it's cooked, and other bits are still look a bit floury. If that happens, just get your oil brush and just give it another help of oil. Also, pat it down a bit because sometimes the edges start to lift, so just give it a little nudge. Now our flatbreads are done. Ooh. Just place it on a wire rack to cool before eating. I'm going to crack on with the second one now. I did the other flatbread and I got carried away doing the rest of the dinner. So these have now nicely cooled and what can I say? Look at this. Nice. Ooh. Look. Whoops. Can you see that? Yeah. That is really good. That is really, really good. And I'm serving mine with some chickpea and pork curry. Chickpea and pork stew, not curry. Sorry about that. So I'm just going to dip this in. I'm off to have my dinner. So, do make these because they are really, really good. Until the next time, peeps. See ya.